say, kids, what time is it?
Hey everybody, Keith here from GeekTime TV. I just wanted to bring you this quick little story a friend of mine sent to me a couple days ago. But before I get into it, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please be so inclined to do so we can continue to grow the channel and bring you some diverse content. A couple days ago I got this story from a friend of mine. We met in high school, kind of bonded over our love of the band Kiss. I've been a Kiss fan since I was like 7 years old, so that's quite a bit of time. And for a short time in the 80s, Ace Frehley, the original Kiss guitarist, lived here in Connecticut. So there's actually one day we drove down and knocked on the door. Guy opened the door and we said, "We'd like to talk to Ace." Yeah, he didn't come out. Yeah, we got kind of had the door slammed in our face. So let's talk about this story. It does involve Ace Frehley. Original Kiss guitarist Ace Frehley's early 1980s house in Connecticut is available as an AirBNB rental. This comes to us from blabbermouth.net. Let's take a look at what it says. Original Kiss guitarist Ace Frehley's former residence in Wilton, Connecticut is available to rent on Airbnb. Frehley first reportedly bought the house in 1978, moved into it in 1979, left it in 1983, and eventually sold it in October of 1986. The 3+ acre estate contains an attached recording studio that was built by Frehley and rumored to have been used by other iconic musicians, including Jerry Garcia of the Grateful Dead. The listing for the rental states, "Welcome to the former residence of Ace Frehley of the iconic band Kiss. Cross through iron gates, over a stone bridge, and up a circular driveway with a garden, pond, and waterfall, and arrive at this 6,400 square foot 4-bedroom home situated across from a 70-acre private farm with accessible hiking trails. Makes this a perfect escape, akin to something out of a magazine. This breathtaking home features wide open spaces, lots of glass and light. Come record in the restored studio if you'd like." Frehley was the original lead guitarist of Kiss in 1973. Here's the actual listing right there. I'll put the link in the description if you care to actually go and maybe rent it. It's I think $740 a night, so maybe pool your money. Frehley performed with Kiss from its inception in 1973 until his first departure in 1982, before rejoining Kiss in 1996 for a very successful reunion tour. Frehley's latest stint lasted until 2002, as Ace went back to being a solo artist again. Frehley wrote about his Wilton house in his book No Regrets, a Rock and Roll Memoir, which landed at position number 10 on the New York Times hardcover nonfiction bestsellers list upon its release in 2011. The book, which was described as a look back at Ace's life of sex, drugs, and rock and roll, arrived via Gallery Books, an imprint of Simon and Schuster. And I got to tell you, I got the book right here. This is one of the funniest damn things I've ever read in my life. If you get a chance, it's a quick read. It was apparently the manuscript was written by Ace, and then like an editor or a ghostwriter redid it, a lot of it, and Ace got the edited manuscript and said, "This is not how I talk." Threw it out and wrote the book himself. So if you are aware of Ace Frehley and how he speaks, you'll hear his voice when you read this, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever read. But there's a great story about that house in there. So another story about that house I have is a friend of mine is in a punk band, or was in a punk band, a rockabilly punk band called the Presidential Targets. And in 1988, I was working with the bass player, and he invited me down to that house. They were recording their first LP there, which I have right here. It's called Songs for the Shower, 1988. And there's a track on this called Your Boyfriend's an Asshole. And they asked me if I wanted to be part of the Asshole Choir. I was very young at the time and a little probably naive. And I said, I'll pass. which was probably one of the biggest mistakes I ever made, passing on doing that. So I actually have a clip. We were going to produce a documentary about the band about 20 years ago now. And I actually have a clip that I'll share with you right now about some of that recording session in Ace Frehley's house.
Well, so Tom comes in, sounding wonderful now. Now we got Mike, me, Rod, and Tom. Into the studio we go again.
That was an experience. That was it was out in Wilton, Connecticut, in what was supposedly Ace Frehley's old mansion out there. It was like a beautiful recording studio in the basement.
It was a wonderful studio, beautiful.
I don't know if you've seen the video that we shot while we were there. There's even a clip of Paul in the bathroom. They got freaking mic inputs like right next to the toilet.
Just in case, maybe Gene Simmons stops over and says, "Hey Ace, I gotta take a dump. Can I plug in and just write a tune?"
Vic Steffens lets us open the studio up as being the test, I guess, the guinea pigs. We're the guinea pig band.
This is like, we're the first ones or what? You're it. We should have brought some champagne. I'm taking stuff out of the box, as we speak.
When we did the 45, we were totally green. And we went in and we got a pretty good product out of what we did. After we went in for the second one, we started to not get an attitude, but we knew where we wanted to go then. We were on the fight from then. Then we found out how important a producer is.
It was the first time I've ever recorded a full album like that, or going into that much detail in recording. I mean, I've recorded in studios just doing demo tapes and stuff like that, but never anything that complex.
Producers can either make or break, not the music, but the band itself, because it causes so much pain trying to get it all together and have a guy tell you what it should be like.
I know we had a lot of problems with my set, trying to get the sound right, and there was like one drum that was just busting our balls, and Vic's out there trying to do everything, put toilet paper all over it and everything. And there's one point on the video you can see it where like he's like sitting there kneeling down in front of the drum set with the drum trying to get the right sound out of it, and I'm sitting here and you can hear Mike and Paul and Rodney in the sound booth.
It looks like he's praying to the Tao God.
We wanted it to be fun. Vic did make it fun. There was times where we were a lot of laughing. We had a lot of laughing. We brought our friends up there for the asshole choir.
Then we had the asshole choir come in and all, and it was like a big party there almost. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time doing it.
Your boyfriend's an asshole! Your boyfriend's an asshole! Your boyfriend's an asshole! Nothing you can do about it!
Some of the songs we did a song called Dance You Fat Bitch, Your Boyfriend's an Asshole, classics.
Dance You Fat Bitch was always a fun one.
My favorite song so far, Dance You Fat Bitch.
Okay,
That's like a thought that I've often wanted to express.
Right.
And I think you guys have captured the essence of it in your song.
Thank you.
One that he wrote on the album there called Guess Who's Sleeping With Mom. I thought that was a really good song, but we never really played that one that much.
It's a full-length album. It's two sides.
Yep, so there you go. Mike inputs next to the toilet, right? And what's funny is Ace mentions those very same mic inputs next to the toilet in the book. So for me, everything came full circle. So that's all I have for now. Please comment below if so inclined. Please smash that like button if also so inclined. And if thirdly inclined, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys soon. Have a great day. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up below. Also, please subscribe to GeekTime TV. It really helps us grow the channel. And make sure you hit that bell icon in order to receive notifications every time we drop new content here. You can also check us out on social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at GeekTimeNet. Thanks again for watching. We will see you soon.
Say, kids, what time is that?